Good evening, Internet. My name is Michael and I'm here to review some stuff for you. Well, it's October and that means Halloween, which means horror movies. So we're going to be reviewing a series of horror movies that's rather unique and very weird. We're going to be doing the Phantasm series. And we're starting off with Phantasm 1. Or, well, just Phantasm. This came out in the 70s and it's a very odd movie. If you've never seen it before, let me read the back so you can get a general idea. Michael Baldwin and Bill Thornsberry star in the shocker that started it all, in which two brothers discover that their local mortuary hides a legion of hooded killer dwarf creatures, a flying drill ball, and the demonic mortician known as the Tall Man, who enslaves the souls of the damned. And yeah, that's pretty much the description of what the movie is. This is a really weird movie. The plot is basically a guy gets murdered. Everyone thinks he commits suicide, and his friends go to his funeral. One of the friends is named Reggie. He's like an ice cream man in the town. And then there's Jody, who's the older brother character, who's also his friend. And his parents had died, and he's taking care of his younger brother Mike. And Mike is the main character mostly of this movie. Mike finds out that odd things are happening at the graveyard and mausoleum slash funeral home that's at the graveyard. There's the Tall Man, who is played by Angus Scrimm, who plays it through all the movies, and he does a really good job in it. He's really odd and disturbing, and Mike sees him pick up a coffin with one hand, by himself, and take it back to the mortuary, even though it was supposed to go into the ground. And from then on, it just gets weirder and weirder. And basically, they find out that the Tall Man's actually, he's an alien, sort of. And they're stealing dead bodies, and then they crush them down to, where they're 3 feet tall, and reanimate them. Sort of like undead midgets, basically, in these brown robes. And they're like the minion creatures of the Tall Man. And they're being sent to another dimension or planet or something where they're used as slave labor. So Mike and Jody and Reg, they all team up at the end and try to put a stop to it. They don't do a very good job of it, though. And the movie ends really, really weirdly. You think they took out the Tall Man, or at least delayed him somewhat, and then it turns out something else completely different happened. This is going to be kind of spoilers. You think that Reggie died and the older brother lived, except it's the other way around, and it's really just the Tall Man messing with the kid's head or something. This is actually a running theme in the series of movies. They all end on a cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger's usually kind of explained in the next movie, sometimes not. This movie ends on a very, very weird ending. It's still pretty cool, and it does get kind of explained further along in the other movies. So, anyway, this movie I definitely give a 5, and highly recommend you watch it. It's a very creepy horror movie. The soundtrack is really cool. A bit 70s, but the movie was made in the 70s. And it also starts off the whole series. This one's probably the most down-to-earth of the series because the next 3 are a lot weirder and way more over the top. But still, it's a good watch, and I do recommend you watch it. Anyway, stay tuned next time where we will review Phantasm 2.